Hello again and welcome to a new video. This is our 2018 BMW 520 M Sport. It's the auto gearbox, the 8-speed sports gearbox with the paddle shift. It's a one-owner car. It's covered just 28,564 miles with full service history. The car is finished in carbon black metallic, which is very dark as you can see in the light, but when you come in close, which I'll show you in just a second, it's got a blue metallic finish to it as well. And we've fitted some really nice black gloss grills at the front. The car has a really nice spec. It's got lots of factory options. In fact, nearly £12,000 worth of options on this car. So we're going to go around and show you as much as that as we can. Now, I think probably the best thing for me to do is to read through the spec and then I'll go around the car and show you the spec. So we've got Driving Assistant Plus. Now that alone was a £2,250 option. We've got Parking Assistant Plus, heads-up display. We've got the variable damping, so you've got the adaptive suspension. We've got electric seats with memory on the driver's side, Harman Kardon sound system, 4-zone climate control, so we've got climate in the rear as well. We've got the instrument panel finished in the SensorTac leather finish. We've also got wireless Bluetooth charging, sport seats at the front, sun protection glass, electric folding anti-dazzle mirrors. We've got the high gloss shadow line finish on the outside, anthracite headlining. We've got the BMW display key, steering wheel heating, LED fog lights, BMW gesture control, Wi-Fi hotspot. I think we mentioned the wireless charging. So, okay, I'm just going to put that paperwork to one side. Now, we're coming close. The bonnet is in extremely good condition. The whole car's been detailed and machine polished to a very high level. A lot of time is spent on the cars here at Prestige Diesels and Sports to make them as nice as they can be. And the other thing I've just realised, we've got the BMW front and rear cameras that record your driving as well. You can just see that in there. So just coming back to this bonnet, you can see the blue in the paintwork there. The headlights are all in lovely condition. Front bumper, very tidy. You can see those black gloss grills. Now we have surround cameras. So one of those cameras is just at the front here. We have two more, one under each of the wing mirrors, and then we have the rear camera. We've got the radar down at the bottom because we've got the radar cruise control. Front and rear parking sensors, LED lights, park assist, or self park. Now if we come down the side, you can see what a lovely finish the paintwork's got. We've got the 18-inch alloy wheels. Now for some people they like the 19s and the 20s. What the 18s will give you is a much smoother ride. So there's a plus and minus for everything. And this car, I think, was spec'd for comfort. Just come down, capture the light, and look down the side of the car. Now, while I'm going around the car, I will point out any little chips, even the windscreen's in really nice condition. And we've got the heads-up display as well. Come up onto the roof. There's no nasty chips, there's no bird dropping stains or anything like that. All in really beautiful condition. We've got the sun protection glass at the back, the rear of the boot lid. You can see that beautiful shine, no scratches, LED rear lights. Just show you all the bumper, and then down the side of the car on this side. We'll come round to the rear, just show you the back bumper there. No damage or any nasty scratches, all in beautiful condition. You see the rear camera just up under there and how beautiful and clean it is. The finish on all of the paintwork. I mean, it's really come up beautifully, the car, I have to say. All of the tailpipes have been cleaned and polished with Autosol. And then what I'm going to do, we open the boot. Just going to show you the top of the bumper. The lights above will pick up everything because they're so bright. You can just see how clean this car is in all the shuts. If we take a look in the boot, it's a fixed boot this, so the seats don't drop down. Again, there's a plus and minus for everything, and the plus side of that is it's a little bit more secure. All the carpets are in really nice condition. And we'll take a look. I don't think there's actually anything under there on this one, no. Got a little cubby hole here on this side, your first aid kit, etc. And then you've got the warning triangle up there. So manual close on the boot of this one. We just come round to the driver's side. Just show you all those gleaming panels. And then all around the filler clap, we've got the AdBlue as well. So the AdBlue splits the nitrous oxide, or the NOx, into nitrogen and oxygen, which is safe to breathe. So that's the advantage of AdBlue. It cleans the emissions before they go into the atmosphere. And I'm just gonna lock the car, unlock it. I was just seeing if there were some lights on the doors, but there's not on this one. So let me just come back out, show you the car from this side, get that back in focus. So a really nice looking car. And I've taken pictures of all the wheels, so you'll be able to see the wheels haven't got any damage on them. And that's just one of the cameras there I wanted to point out on the wing mirrors. Just come back out from this side. No scratches, no marks. I'm going to open up the bonnet, so 2 pulls. Take you around to the front again. So when you've pulled it twice, you can just lift the bonnet straight up. And that's your 4-cylinder twin-powered turbo, which is a twin scroll turbo. So it splits the cylinders, the exhaust from the cylinders going into the turbo. And it's much more refined from the point of view that it gives better power output, better fuel economy, and more responsive. So no lag, or very little. All lovely and clean up under here as well. Let's just tap the screen there and get that in focus. So all lovely and clean under there. All cleaned by hand. We don't just throw the jet wash around the engine bay. It's all done very carefully. Okay, so we'll take a look inside the car now. That mirror case is all okay on this side as well. Let's show you it in focus maybe, there you go. Oh, this incidentally is the display key. So if you flip it up with your finger, you can set a timer for your fan. Which way does it go? Across. You can check how much fuel's in the car, your range, a few other options. Open and close the car, like so. Now this is where it gets a bit more interesting. We've got a really beautiful interior. It's got the oyster or the ivory, I forget which, it'll be in the advert. And we've also got this beautiful walnut trim that you don't see very often now, but it really gives the car a really plush look inside. We've got the Harman Kardon sound system, and on the 5 Series you just get a much nicer system than on the smaller 3 Series. You've got the lighting underneath the doors there, the puddle lights. All of the door shuts, really nice condition. Electric seat with electric bolster. So the little black rocker button will inflate the sides of the seat there. We've got a few little creases on the leather there. We've put some leather balm on that to soften it. Now it may come out with a bit of time, but it's not damaged at all. It's just literally, I think someone's just left something on the seat and it's left an impression, but we've got some leather balm that we've put in there, and we'll put some more on there to soften it back up. But that interior is really beautiful. We've got all the wood around the centre here. We've got the professional media with the bigger 10 or 12 inch screen, I think it is. Electric steering column. Got a heated steering wheel as well. Centre armrest there. Really nice condition. And then rear door card. Again, all in lovely condition. All really nice and clean all the way down to the bottom there. Door shuts. Try and get that in better focus, there we go. And the interior of the car, really nice. It's got the, I think it's the extended highlights on the leather, which is the stitching, which just makes it look a little bit plusher. So you've got the contrasting stitching, centre armrest, folding headrest in the centre there. And then we've also got climate in the back. So this is part of the 4-way climate. That's just down there. All the backs of the front seats are in really nice condition. All the carpets are really nice. Full set of carpets in there. Come round to the other side, driver's side rear. And again, door card, all in really nice condition. All the doors shut. And just check those seats out on this side. With the Harman Kardon, there's some really nice speakers up in the back here. If I can get that in focus, a bit difficult through the glass. But yeah, you've got bigger speakers in the back. There's generally at least 16 speakers with the Harman Kardon sound system. A lot more depth. There's 3 systems. There's the standard, which is quite hollow. There's the loudspeaker system, and then there's the Harman Kardon. And there is a Bowers & Wilkins system as well, I believe, or Bang & Olufsen, sorry. But that's a very expensive option. Okay, driver's side. Again, no nasties on the edge of the door. All really nice condition there. We've got blind spot monitors on the mirrors as well. You see the little triangle up in the corner? So if you're just about to overtake, that will go yellow or red if there's a vehicle there. Electric folding anti-dazzle mirrors. We've got memory on the driver's side. Auto lights, fog lights. All the pedals in really nice condition. Wow, there we go. Door shut. And if I just check out the driver's seat and the bolsters all the way up, armrest, and then the leather on the steering wheel, again, really nice condition. So we're going to jump in. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to start it up because just show all the features. So that's just clear. So there we go, the mileage is 28,564. I don't know if you heard that, but that was the BMW camera engaging and turning itself on. If you look in the rear view mirror, well, there you go, there is one up at the back. Let's see if I can turn around and show you. A bit awkward one-handed, but there you go. So you've got front and rear cameras, the nice big screen for the media, and then the heads-up display. Now let's see if I can zoom in. There we go. Now if I press on mode, let's see if we can get in a bit closer. Dab, okay. It's a bit hard to see on camera, but I'm just flicking through the radio stations there. The 0 is the speed, and then the little 30 sign to the left is the speed limit information. So whichever road you're on, it will display the speed limit. I'm using the mode button on the steering wheel. You can flick through FM, AM, music collection, which is the 80 gig hard drive. In fact, it might even be a bit bigger on this one, but it's generally about 80 gig. And then if you were to press on phone, when your phone's connected, it will go through your phone numbers as well. So that's your heads-up display. You can adjust that in the iDrive as well. Just trying to come back out, there we go. So let's do this steering wheel first. So on this side, we've got the mode button, plus and minus, voice activation. We've got the heated steering wheel button. And then here we've got the adaptive cruise. And then this is like steering intervention. It's like almost, I think they used to call it traffic jam assist or something, but it actually keeps you between the lines. I don't think it's gonna, okay, so it's just brought up a little steering wheel at the bottom there. Can you see that? So it'll keep you in between the lanes when you turn the cruise on. I might have to show you that. You can't really display it unless it's active when you're driving. Yeah, you can't unless you're moving along. If we come down to the climate here, now this one's all touchscreen because some of them had buttons before, but this one's all touchscreen. Bring up the fan speed there, bring it down, go through the different menus. Now up here, you'll see, and you go onto that menu button, rear climate, automatic air circulation. You can change, there are so many settings, seat and steering wheel heating, so there's a lot of things that you can adjust in this car. It is touchscreen, so you can move all of these around, and basically the controls are pretty much the same as before. Route guidance, so if you went into there, this is where you'd enter your new destination. And you can do this with your finger on top of the iDrive pad and put in
3.
And then a line like that will give you a space. So that's how you can input the address. Let's just come out of there. While I'm remembering everything, we've got all the books in there. Now we've got auto brake hold here, so when you put the car in gear, you then press this button, and when you come to a standstill, when you press on the brake, basically it will hold the brake without you holding your foot on the pedal, and then when you touch the accelerator, it will pull away. Now you'll notice here we've got the word adaptive. I'm just going to have to go through this car as I remember everything because there is so much on it. So basically, in Eco Pro, I'm just going to turn, I just realised I've put the heated seat on, let's get that off. In Eco Pro and Comfort, the steering would generally be relaxed, so the shock absorbers all have a valve, but on this car you can configure it. And you've got configure all of these other settings to make your drive both comfortable and economical. So if you go into the damping for the suspension, you can make it sportier and it will stiffen the shocks up, i.e. the red pictures on the shock absorbers there, or go back into comfort. And you can adjust the weight of the steering, so it's got the variable steering as well. In comfort, that's just the standard setting in between everything. And then again in sport, you can set it up individually, configure individual, and you can adjust the damping, the steering, the engine power, and the transmission. So you can put it into a sport transmission as well, or comfort. So that'll make the gear changes a bit smoother and a bit more relaxed. And in sport, it will make them a bit sharper and quicker. So you wouldn't want it in sport if you're just driving sedately around the town, because basically the car would sort of jump into gear a little bit quicker and it's not as smooth. So that's the idea of that. And then we've got Sport Plus, I think it is. Okay, no, maybe it's not, because you can set it all up on the display. We've got the sport displays there. Just checking we were still in park. Now, if I put the car into reverse, just gonna see, we've got the reverse camera. We've also got this display here, which is the display to show you all around the car. And you can see that you can move all around. Now, you'll see there, I'm holding my hand. There's a camera above. It's telling me to hold my hand like this on this image. And by moving my hand, look, I can move the car. I haven't mastered this, but if I spin it too much, I might get dizzy, mightn't I? But yeah, you can move. It'll take a little bit of practice, but you can basically, I've got it now. Open your hand out when you go back the other way, and then that way. See that? People looking down from lorries and buses, looking into the cockpit, might wonder what you're up to, but there you go. But a clever bit of equipment. And if we come over to the left and come down to, we've got car wash. So when you're driving into the car wash, dare you take this car into a car wash and scratch it. But if you do, it is your car after all. You can line up so that you don't scratch your wheels on those metal bars, those rails that they use to keep you in a straight line to protect their washing car wash, and which will take your alloys out. So there you go, you can line it all up and you can see straight down on the car. There's another feature, obstacle marking, parking guidelines, car wash, settings. Now this is where you've got automatic parking activation for the self parking. Now this is if you're reversing and it picks up a person walk behind you, it will automatically brake for you and stop the car. Park assist, again, that's to using the signal sounds when parking space is detected, so that's part of the parking assist. Oh, where did we go then? Where did we get back in there? Oh, Scott. We were in reverse, that was what we did. Let me just go back to where we were. There we go. Had to think what I was doing then. So that was in settings, wasn't it? Cross traffic alert. So with parking view activated, acoustic and visual warnings are emitted at driveway exits and road junctions with restricted view. So basically, I guess it's checking for the traffic coming across. And this one I've never used. Panoramic view is displayed automatically when set activation points are reached. Okay, so if it's your driveway that you want to make sure the cameras come on, you can set that as a GPS based setting for your panorama view. Panorama? I thought that was a program. Right, okay. So just go back to, let's put it back into neutral, then go back. There we go. So I think I've covered all of these displays because there's so many. There is another one, I think, which shows you the That's looking at the rear, that's looking at the front. And this is how you can do it manually. Look all around the car. Really love this. Right, we've got another camera button just down here. So when we press this one, that's looking at the rear. Now let's put it in drive. And now we're looking out the front. So we can actually see, this is the edge of the number plate, I think that is. You can just see there. That's looking from that front view, so you can park up to something. So you've got another view there. So there's lots of camera views. Okay. Now, as I said to you, there are lots of features in here. My vehicle, let's go into that one. Now, this button down here is the intelligent safety, I think. So this is the pedestrian alert. It alerts you if someone tries to run out in front of you. You've also got collision warning, which you can set. Lane departure warning, which is the wing mirror, the little triangle on the wing mirrors. Steering intervention, so it'll actually interfere with the steering. Lane change warning as well, that's the vibration on the steering wheel, and there's intervention for that. Side collision warning, so there's a collision warning. Now with some of these features, I think it actually pulls in the seat belts if it thinks you're going to be in an accident as well. And give way warning. So like I said, there are lots of features in here. You've got the gestures, the wireless charging tray, gestures, all the types of displays that you can use. You can use it for audio and other features. I'm not going to go through all of this because it's just going to take too long. Vehicle status, your AdBlue. Always let your AdBlue get down nice and low before you refill it. Don't just top it up. All the service history is in here. Engine and microfilter, this will be probably brake fluid, yeah. And then this one, vehicle inspection, big service, fuel filter, everything was done on that one at 27, that was in April. And then we've just given it front brake pads, brake fluid change again, and rear pads. So that was done. That's just been done basically by us at our BMW specialist. So that's all in there. Now, like I say, there is so much on this car, but I'm probably going to be pushed to show you all of it. When you do change from Eco Pro to Comfort to Sport, you can see that it actually changes the cockpit up here, the digital cockpit, to give you a different layout, which is really nice. And we've got, as I say, electric steering column for reach as well. And just under here, this is the wireless charger. So if you put the key, we've got 3 keys for this car. Put this key just in here. That will charge. The little blue lights come on. We've got another little USB there, and that's now charging the key. All nice and clean in the centre there. Auto dimming rear view mirror. I mean, I think we've covered most of it. There's bound to be something that I've missed. But there's, oh, I know what I wanted to show you. Back in, and we want settings. Steering wheel vibration we can adjust as well, look. Speed limit assist. Let's just take a look in there for a second. Speed tells you when to adjust your speed. Now we've got speed warning, activeness assistant. So the car will recognise you're driving and know whether you're getting tired just by the sort of movement through the steering wheel, etc. That was the parking that we've already gone through. Driving experience control, that's where you can configure everything from this area. The climate, again, we've been through that. Now there was displays, that's what I'm looking for, it's down in this one. So gestures, wireless charging, where's displays? There it is. So heads up display. Let's just try and get the lighting a bit better. So you can adjust the brightness, the height. You can reduce the amount of information. So that's standard. You can see the sat nav at the top up here, display, or you can have a reduced display, or you can configure it. And you can have entertainment, distance information, check control message, speed limit. So you've got all those settings in there as well. And we've done the navigation, communication, connective drive. This has still got the remainder of connective drive on it. So you've got Amazon Alexa in there, you've got weather information and a few other items. Look like the weather's on the change again. Wikipedia and so forth. So as I say, we've got 3 keys with the car. So 1 display key and 2 normal keys. Got a little cubby box under there, part of the extended storage. I think we've covered everything. Let's just jump out. Get it back in focus. So all the spec will be in the advert, and the car will all be ready to go just after the weekend. So if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to give me a call and I'll be happy to answer them. We've got some fantastic warranty packages, same sort of cover that you'd get with any used BMW, if not better, at much better prices. We've got a full facility of finance options, and we look forward to hearing from you. Take care and thank you for watching. Bye.